everybody. I am finally getting around to doing a better video version of the Moon Salutations for you. So I'm going to do it in 3 different ways. First, I'm just going to do what's kind of like the regular Moon Salutation, just me standing facing you and going to the left side first, and then to the right side, and then ending the salutation. And then I'm going to do it in a chair, which I gave up my chair back to Shelby. So I'm going to be doing it on one of my bar stools that doesn't have a back. And hopefully that'll work out okay. Because again, obviously, I haven't practiced it on that bar stool. And then I'm going to do it in the flow mandala method that I do it, so that I end up part of the time my back is to you. And when I post this on YouTube, I will put the point in the video where each one of those different styles start, so that if you want to use one and not the other, you can find it very quickly. So that's the way I'll do it to make it easy for you. I think that's about it. I am going to, I don't think I need any of these blankets or blocks. I'm going to do it in a slow flow. And then once you get the slow flow of it down and you kind of have muscle memory, brain memory, remembered how to do it, you can do the Moon Salutation in a way that you're doing it for a longer breath. So each pose in the series of the salutation can be held for as many breaths as you want it to. So I'm just going to do it in the flow of like 1 breath or 1/2 breath per pose, depending on where it is in the inhalation and the exhalation. And I'll try to verbal cue that in the sense that as I'm coming up, I am inhaling. As I am coming down or contracting my body back together, I will be exhaling, generally speaking. Sometimes that gets a little messed up when I'm doing the salutation, but it's all just good for a giggle and you move on. As long as you're doing deep belly breathing, you've got it. So I'll start off with the regular salutation. So we begin in mountain pose. And again, use this video to create your practice for the day. So however you want to start your practice before you do these poses, sitting on the mat with some breath work, a little prayer, a reading of something inspirational, however you want to start it, do that, and then use this pose series, and then finish it up with a savasana. You get into shavasana, however you want to do that, as a just calm, deep breathing, letting the energy shift and flow through you, maybe doing a chakra visualization of your breath, moving up the chakras, moving down the chakras, and sitting and meditate. So just use this as the middle pose breath work piece, and add on to the beginning and the end whatever your practice looks like and makes you happy for the day. So I think I'm going to move my mat this way. Okay. So starting off in mountain pose, inhaling the arms up. And I'm just going to just use a little verbal thing, and I'll start in again because I want this to be very instructional. If being up here, like say you're going to hold each pose for 8 breaths and your arms up here is not comfortable for your shoulders, I hope at this point in time you have figured ways to like just modify the poses for yourself. So if mountain pose like this doesn't work for you, and it does like this to go into the side bends, please do that. Don't harm your shoulders or any part of your body. Just modify it so that it works for you. Okay. So breathing the arms up, I am locking my fingers together, steeple up, left thumb over right thumb. So breath up, exhale to the left. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale into goddess pose. Inhale up into 5-star pose. Exhale to the left in triangle pose. Inhale up, exhale into runner's pose. Inhale up into warrior. And again, warrior can be like this. Exhale into warrior twist. Inhale back up into warrior. Exhale down into runner's pose. Inhale up into 5-star. Inhale. Oh wait, that was it. Inhaling up into triangle. Inhale up into 5-star. So when I'm down in triangle, I also exhale. Inhale up into 5-star. Exhale into goddess. Inhale into 5-star again. Exhale down into triangle. Inhale up. Exhale down into runner's pose. Inhale up into warrior. Exhale into warrior twist. Inhale back up into warrior. Exhale down into runner's pose. Inhale up into triangle. And then I exhale. Inhale up into star pose. Exhale down into goddess pose. And sometimes this is changed here. When you come up out of triangle, you're inhaling up and going down into goddess pose. And then inhale into star pose. And either way you do that, whichever one you do first is fine. Then we inhale back to center. Again, lock the fingers, left thumb over right thumb. And I'm going to go to right side first now. So exhale down to right. Inhale up. Exhale to left. That way you start and finish on the left side of the body for engaging and invoking your feminine energy. And then inhale, arms down. So now I'm going to try it on the bar stool. So you don't lose me, I'm just going to move the mat and make sure you don't lose my head here. So sitting on here, this is not ideal. I have long legs, so my feet can touch the floor. The chair I have from 5 Elements is far more ideal for this. I should have grabbed it yesterday when I was up at Shelby's getting acupuncture. So from this makeshift chair that I have, we inhale the arms up again, locking the fingers with the steeple fingers up, left thumb over right thumb. Exhale down to the left side. Inhale up. Exhale to the right side. Inhale up into goddess. And then 5-star would be easier if it was this way, 5-star. And then exhaling down into triangle, and ideally on the chair, coming down into triangle, and then inhaling up and forward folding on an exhale into runners, inhaling up into warrior. Again, I like my arms down here in the goddess pose for warrior because it's easier on my shoulders. Exhaling into warrior with a twist. Now here's where you don't have to reverse through the runner's pose. From the warrior's twist, you can inhale back up to 5-star into Goddess. And then we're going to inhale and come down into triangle on this side. And then turning into warrior, or to runner's lunge, up into warrior, warrior twist. Then we come back up into star, Goddess. And then back, our fingers interlaced in steeple, left thumb over right, and we lateral to the left, or to the right, and come up, lateral spine bend to the left. Breathe up, exhale, arms down. So in that flow, I didn't go back through, like when I was in the twist here, I didn't come back into warrior, go back down into runner's lunge, come back up into triangle before I went to the other side. When you do moon salutation, you can do it either way, whether you're in the chair or you're doing it standing. You can reverse those before you come back up and go to the other side, or you can just do the warrior twist and then come back up into your star and Goddess. I think I may have missed that in the center. I don't think I did the star and the Goddess before I went back down on the other side. If I did, I apologize missing that. But again, there's no set way. You don't have to do it in a certain way. And if you miss something in there, you know, you've screwed something up energetically. That's not the case. In fact, sometimes when I'm feeling like really like I want to work my legs out, and I know yoga isn't necessarily always supposed to be seen as a fitness physical thing, but sometimes I really feel like making my legs work that day. And so when I'm in like the warrior, I might also go into lots of different warriors while I'm here, and then come up and come lateral down this side before I go down into the warrior twist and then reverse it to the other side. So I'm getting in all of these other warriors at the same time on each side, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, ignore everything I just said. It's just a way to like kind of play it up, switch what you're doing, and have fun with your moon salutation. So now I'm going to do the moon salutation where I do it in a circle mandala and turn around. That's another thing that I kind of created because I like doing mandala flow yoga pose series. It just seems like fun to me. And I've created a few of them over the years, and the moon salutation and that just kind of works out well for me. So you'll notice that when I am up in upper plank on this side, and then I go down into lower plank on this side, I will do it on the left side in that manner. And then on this side, I go down to the floor. Sometimes I'll take a little break, a little breather. I'll go down to the floor, and instead of coming up in upward dog like I do over here, this time I'll come up in Sphinx pose, because I always like to throw in a Sphinx pose wherever I can. And by doing the moon salutation in a mandala, I also get to throw in downward dog. And I love downward dog. So downward dog and Sphinx pose, I try to throw in everywhere I can. So let's do the mandala now. Hopefully I have enough room and my butt isn't bumping into the closet doors. So breathing the arms up, interlocking the fingers, steeple, pointer fingers up, left thumb over right thumb. Nice deep breath up. And then we're gonna Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Come down into goddess pose. Inhale up into 5-star. So this is Moon Salutation, and you're invoking the stars at the same time. Come down into triangle pose, exhaling. Inhale up. Come down into runner's lunge. Inhale up into warrior with goddess arms. Exhale down into warrior with a twist. Inhale up into upper plank, and notice I have my hands on my fists because that feels better if I'm going to hold this for any length of time. Then I'm going to come down into lower plank, exhaling, up into upward dog, back into downward dog. And if I was going to stay here for any length of time, I would adjust feet, shoulders, arms to be comfy. And then I'm going to step forward with my right foot, turn on my left foot, and just do a little side stretch here, a little lunge, and then coming forward into goddess, to the left foot in a side lunge, then a wide angle forward fold, and then I'm going to come back over here, pointing my toes to the front of the mat, and I'm going to come up into upper plank, down into lower plank. And if I'm going to do this like for 8 breaths, sometimes I'll just come down on my mat, third eye to the mat, and take an 8-breath breather. And then I inhale up into Sphinx pose with my hands in prayer position, saying a little prayer for everyone I love, the world at large, Mama Earth. And then coming up into down dog. So now I'm in down dog, and I inhale my right foot forward so that we can reverse and do the whole stuff over here on this side. So I go into warrior with a twist, come up into warrior with goddess arms, exhale down into runner's lunge, inhale up into triangle, and then you take a little exhale there while you're down there. You inhale up into triangle, but you exhale here, and then you inhale up into 5-star. Exhale down into goddess. Inhale up, fingers interlaced, pointer fingers up in steeple, left thumb over right thumb. Exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Inhale up, exhale, arms and hands down to center. Rubbing your hands together to activate all of those acupressure, acupuncture points on your hands, where the meridians, nadis, whichever one you want to call them, end on your hands and feet. And if you were sitting down, you could rub your feet together too. And then thumbs pressed against the sternum, the thymus gland for your immune system, your sacred heart space. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the yoga research. I will miss your faces, your voices, your smiles, your laughs, your kitties in your laps, your doggies barking and yipping. I will miss that on Mondays. I missed it this past Monday. Namaste, friends. Love to you all.